My name is Andrew Murphy, and I teach Political Science 101, Introduction to Political Theory. I grew up in the suburbs of Philadelphia. I went to college at the University of North Carolina. After that, went to graduate school at the University of Wisconsin, and 5 or 6 universities later, I'm here at Michigan, and I'm here to stay. Well, I've always been interested in politics and in what's going on in the world and in trying to be as informed as possible about what's going on in the world. And one of the things that has really gotten me interested and kept me interested in political science more specifically is the study of our ideas about politics. How is it that people have come to think about things like rights and liberty and justice and the state? Where do those ideas come from, and how do they come down to us, and what do they mean for us today? Well, there are 3 main units of the course. In the first unit, we talk about why it is that we think we need government and what it is that we hope that it does for us. The second unit, we talk about the relationship between politics and economics. And it's really fun when we get to the third unit, which is about the idea of justice. Where does this idea come from? What are the various different ways of understanding justice? We talk about theories of justice, and we talk about some very timely issues like like the issue of climate change and climate justice. So I think towards the end is really where the course all comes together, and so that makes it sort of my favorite part of the class. I think one of the things that surprises students about the study of political theory is that they are learning not just about what other people have said, but they discover that they actually themselves also are political theorists. They're working with their own ideas about the world, how it works, how it fits together, how it ought to be organized, and how our institutions ought to work. And so it's not just learning about what other people say, but it's also about becoming more comfortable and confident in thinking about their own political ideas. One of the things I hope students take away from the class is that they have the capacity to develop their own ideas about how the world works and how they think it ought to work. So rather than saying that a particular issue is going to make more sense to them, or they'll have some kind of particular specific knowledge, I think it's much broader than that. I think it's a matter of learning to see yourself as someone who has clear ideas about politics, ideas that you've articulated to yourself and that you can defend against others. Well, whenever there are 200 or 250 students all in a big room together, something surprising or funny is always bound to happen. I do remember a student once bringing a skateboard to class and skating down the aisle to turn in their final exam. But I would say there's lots of surprising and funny things that go on in class, and students should just take the class to see what they're going to be. I really hope students will come away from the class with the idea that although it's important to learn about what political thinkers have said in the past, and we do spend a lot of time learning about those things, it's really important that they take those ideas and make them their own and approach the world with a set of political ideas that are going to enable them to be active and engaged citizens.